Hey guys, Mer11 here, back with another rune tutorial for Summoner's War. In the comments of the last videos, NickyBoy1 requested that we do the Jack-o'-lanterns. So, if you want me to do a different rune tutorial next time, on a monster of your choice, leave it in the comments down below of this video and I will get round to it. But anyway, jumping right into this video. Smokey, the Fire Jack-o'-lantern. Trickster attacks the enemy 3 times, with each hit having a 30% chance to decrease the target's attack speed for 2 turns. Ghost Appearance calls upon the Wandering Souls to attack the target 4 times. Each hit has a 40% chance to increase the target's chances of dealing a glancing hit for 2 turns. Attacks all enemies 2 times, with each hit having a 50% chance to decrease the target's attack power and disturb the HP recovery for 2 turns. That is Firestarter. His leader skill, increase the HP of all ally monsters in the dungeons by 33%. Now, I can see people can use this one in Necropolis because all of his skills actually hit multiple times. If you're going to build him for Necro, you could go Violent Revenge, Violent Blade. Violent Revenge or Violent Blade, you would go attack percent, HP percent, or maybe HP percent, attack percent, depending if you want him more bulky or more attack power. But if you wanted, because I can see him being somewhat of like an attacking support character, maybe on violent or if you want to go violent focus, if you want to try and get this glancing hit to actually work, you could go attack, maybe attack accuracy, or maybe attack HP accuracy, or HP accuracy. Make sure like you're attacking HP a percentage, because that's just what you really need to do with any monster. But if you wanted, you could make him fatal focus if you don't have good violent runes, so that you can get this done, like the glancing hit on the enemy, but still make him really good. And also decrease the attack power and HP recovery for 2 turns. If you could get all of his like effects on the enemy, it is quite devastating because all his skills actually put something like a harmful effect on the enemy, so it would be an idea to put focus on, either with violent or fatal. If you were going to go fatal, attack percent, HP percent, and accuracy percent, or attack percent, accuracy percent. Anyway, moving on. Chilling, the water one. Trickster attacks the enemy 3 times, with each hit having a 30% chance to decrease the target's attack speed for 2 turns. Song of the Night Wind, increase the attack speed and critical rate of all allies for 2 turns. The Cunning steals a beneficial effect from the enemy target when landing an attack. Your attack speed increases according to the beneficial effects currently on you. Leader skill increases the accuracy of all ally monsters in the dungeons by 40%. Now, most people I've seen using him in Necro, he's more of the one popular ones for Necro. I currently use him in my Necro team just because he supports, but he also hits quite hard on his first skill. And because he doesn't have a third skill, like a third skill attack, which doesn't really do anything, he just steals effects, which actually makes him quite useful, because whenever this isn't up, he'll always use this, and then when the second this goes up, he'll be able to use it. But anyway, currently my one is on a Violent Revenge with tap percent, HP percent. I've ruined him that because he wasn't doing too much damage, and I kind of wanted to kill the boss a bit quicker. But next free rune removal day, I want to switch mine on to. Still want to keep him Violent Revenge, but I'm going to be switching one of his attack percents out for HP percent. He's dying a bit too quick now, so if you want him a bit more bulky and survive like the fire one I told, you to go Violent Revenge, HP percent, tap percent, or tap percent, HP percent. Cause of this second skill, you could build him for Arena with Swift Energy, maybe Swift Revenge, to get that damage in, with Speed, HP, Attack, maybe Speed, HP, Speed, Attack, depending if you want it split between bulky and attacky, or attack full-on attack, or full bulky. But here's the attacking monster, keep that in mind, so it's better to go maybe a bit more attack, maybe HP if you wouldn't need. But then this will help you in Arena as well if you need steal effects. Moving on. Windy. The wind one, if you couldn't guess. Trickster. Attacks the enemy 3 times, with each hit having a 30% chance to decrease the target's attack speed for 2 turns. Song of the Night Wind. Increase the attack speed and critical rate of all allies for 2 turns. Shadow of the Moon passive. Gains a shield that is equivalent to 20% of your max HP for 1 turn when being attacked by an enemy. This effect can only activate once a turn. Now, and his lead skill. Increase the defense of all ally monsters in the dungeons by 33%. Now, the other two we've seen already are attacking monsters. This one is a support, so that can already tell that you don't have to go with attack on this one. I see him more as a support monster, as it says here. I would go, if you really are determined to take him into Necropolis, maybe Violent Energy, because this, you need a lot of quite a bit of HP compared to the other ones. So possibly speed, HP, maybe speed, HP, attack. But I see him regularly as more of a supporting monster, with maybe on Swift focus, maybe Violent focus. Not focus, energy, sorry. So yeah, Violent Energy, Swift Energy. Trying to get that as much HP as possible to utilize his third skill. I would probably say the best call would be on Speed Energy, with Speed, HP. Maybe Speed, HP, Attack if you need a bit of attack on him. But the way I see it, he's meant to be drawing attacks from other monsters to him, and then his shield activates and protects him, so the other monsters can attack. Anyway, moving on to Misty, the light one. Trickster attacks the enemy 3 times, with each hit having a 30% chance to decrease the target's attack speed for 2 turns. Ghost Appearance. Calls upon the Wandering Souls to hit the target for 4 times. Each hit has a 30% chance to increase the target's chances of dealing a glancing hit for 2 turns. Long Waiting. Passive. Becomes immune against inability effects. Also, your attack power is increased by 20% for every beneficial effect on you. Leader skill. Increases the critical rate of all ally monsters in the dungeons by 24%. Now, he's an attacking monster. You could, because he's got 2 moves which have multiple attacks, so you could take him once again into Necro. Really, the majority of the Jack-o'-lanterns can be taken into Necro. If you're building him for Necro, once again, it would be Violent Revenge. Attack percent, HP percent, tap percent, or tap percent, HP percent, or HP percent, tap percent, depending on your preference. If you want him more bulky or attacky. Like I've said for the other two, for the water and the fire one. But because he's got the same skill as the fire one on his second, you can go focus on him again if you really wanted the glancing hit. So if you want the glancing hit, maybe Violent Focus with accuracy on slot 6 and the tap percent or HP percent on slots 2 and 4. You can mix those up however you wish. But his third skill is what I see potential in. because if he becomes immune to inability effects, so like freeze, sleep, stun, he could potentially be quite a deadly threat in arena, maybe against TOA floors where they're generally just getting turns because they keep stunning you. But also, the more beneficial effects you have, and the more I see beneficial effects being put on him quite a bit if you're using general support monsters. So maybe using, I don't know, maybe the Water Jack-o'-lantern to boost his attack and crit rate. So that's 2. And his tap power just gets higher and higher. So way I see using him is taking in to like maybe arena, maybe get speed, crit rate. So maybe bring him in with Bernard, maybe one of the other Jack-o'-lanterns which buff crit rate and speed, so that those effects get on. Then maybe bring in Megan as well to get like defense and tap power on him. So that then he just destroys with the sheer amount of tap power that he has. Because that's 4 beneficial effects with just 2 monsters with him. You could bring in a third one, but you need another nuker or a healer maybe. Yeah. So you could potentially go Fatal. Maybe Fatal Blade. Or maybe Rage Blade with tap percent, crit damage percent, tap percent. Because I see potential in him as an arena monster. Anyway, moving on to Dusky. Trickster attacks enemy 3 times, with each hit having a 30% chance to decrease the target's attack speed for 2 turns. Song of the Night Wind increases the attack speed and critical rate of all allies for 2 turns. The Knight's Comfort. If the turn ends without attacking an enemy, a shield that is proportionate to your level and lasts for 3 turns is generated. While having the shield, all damage you deal is increased by 50%. Leader skill. Increases the resistance of all ally monsters in the dungeons by 40%. Now, with Dusky, I see him as one of the potential strongest ones, just because of his 3rd skill. So in other words, say you put him on defense, and then maybe have him on violent. So he's like maybe stunned or asleep, then he gets out of sleep or stun, then he instantly gets another turn with violent, and cause while he's got his shield, he will do 50% extra damage. He can do potentially a lot of damage. So if you really want to hit, see if you can get that luck with violent proccing out of maybe an inability effect. I would go Violent Blade with tap percent, crit damage percent, tap percent. Then, if you wanted to utilize just sheer tap power over the next couple turns, I would go maybe Fatal Blade, Rage Blade, tap percent, crit damage percent, tap percent again. But if you wanted, you could go Revenge, so every time he revenges, he does more damage because of his shield. But I see more potential in Violent, because say now this is saying if you get really lucky and get 3 procs in a row. So you proc out, you use Song of Night Wind, increase your attack speed and critical rate. Then he procs in again, and because he still has his shield up, he'll do a lot more damage. So I recommend Violent Blade, tap percent, crit damage percent, tap percent. But if you have a different way of runing him, leave them down in the comments below, because I would like to hear your opinions. Anyway guys, this has been the tutorial for the Jack-o'-lanterns. If you want to see any more rune tutorials, leave a comment down below, and on what monster you want to see in the next video, and I will see what I can do. But before we end, I want to rank each of the jack-o'-lanterns in the order of how good I think they are. Now, going on just skills, I would put Dusky at first, just because of his Knight's Comfort. And then following that, I would say Misty could be potentially next, alongside with Chilling. Then I would put Windy and Smoky tied. But to be honest, Windy, Chilling, and Smoky are all really tied. It's really the Light and Dark ones which set them apart, with Dusky at the top, Misty at close second. Then these three, with the Fire, Water, and Wind one, it's very hard to choose between which ones I would say would be the best ones. I wouldn't say feed any of them to each other. So I would say at least keep one copy of each one, because they are all very good monsters. Anyway guys, this has been the rune tutorial for the jack-o'-lanterns, and I will see you in the next one. Peace!